I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. It is time for me to predict the next thing that is coming out for Hearthstone. No, I'm not predicting the next expansion. We already know that's the March of the Lich King. I'm going to try to predict the mini-set. Why am I doing this now? Because it's the earliest point at which I can do this, and I want to be as incredibly wrong as humanly possible. I also like doing this every single time anything comes out. I did this when the last mini set came out. I tried to predict the next expansion. Way wrong. Had some things that were close to being right. Really came close to guessing Mana Thirst, believe it or not. Just called it something different. So this one is kind of weird to do because where I want us to go next is ICC. Ice Crown Citadel. It's a great place to go. It'd be perfect for Lich King, and there's so many interesting things that you could do with ICC, with like the actual Frozen Throne as a location or something like that. The only reason that I'm not saying that we're going to ICC, and again, I actually think we could even go to ICC even with everything that I'm about to say, is that pretty much almost every neat character in ICC got kind of brought out in the Lich King. So I think we could still go to ICC. I would still want us to go to ICC just for future reference. I just think it's off the table due to the fact that almost every character that you'd want in ICC kind of came out in this set. So using the little bit of deductive reasoning that I have, we kind of know from when these last mini sets come out for the last set of the year that they try to throw in all the kind of keywords and effects that have existed so far in the game. So that's why I think the next place that we're going is to basically Dragon Soul. And I think we're basically going to try to take down Deathwing. And the reason that I think we're going to try to take down Deathwing is because Deathwing could be the colossal card that comes out. Because true Deathwing, and that may be what he's called, this true Deathwing, is a huge creature that would take up, multiple spots. And he has things like his tail and his head that you could actually fight. Like when you do the actual Dragon Soul, you fight his tail at one point, and you fight his spine at one point. And you could actually have the Dragon Soul as an item that, like, maybe Shaman got, because Shaman's the one who would want to basically have that Dragon Soul. And, like, you could even throw in some dredge mechanics with some of the stuff that exists in the game, because you want to throw in some of that dredge that existed in that first set. Yeah, that's right, the first set had dredge in it, and I bet almost everyone forgot about dredge at this point. And then you could have a location that basically, because I think this is the set where Death Knight's getting the location. Because they're missing their location card. They're the only set that didn't get a location. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get it in their core set. Like, that'd be a nice place to put them, like the Frozen Throne or something like that. But I think that's where the Death Knight is definitely getting the location in this set. And there are some dragon aspects that could have been put into, like, the infuse effects. So you could actually put in a fuse for different dragons, like a red dragon for warrior and a blue dragon for mage. And each one of those dragons could, like, be in the set. And they don't have to be the legendary cards. I think one of the legendaries is going to be, Deathwing itself. That's going to be your Colossus that you're going to get. But you're trying to fit in Colossal, you're trying to fit in Dredge, you're trying to fit in locations, you're trying to fit in Infuse, and you're going to try and fit in Mana Thirst. And Dragon Soul is actually kind of known for having kind of like everything that you could throw something into that kind of pot and start together and have it be a cohesive place that would make sense for all that to exist. The only thing that's very kind of hard to justify in this would be the location for Death Knight, because Dragon Soul really doesn't have, you could say the Dragon's Hole is the location, or, but that's kind of a cop-out. But it basically takes place in the Caverns of Time. So you could make the Caverns of Time the Death Knight actual location, which would be kind of an interesting thing where, you brought back a minion that died last turn, and that's kind of how Caverns of Time would work, because you're kind of like going backwards in time. That'd be kind of neat for Death Knight, because, Death Knight's going to have something die, and that's be interesting to see Cameron out there. I don't think it'd be the most broken location. Maybe it has to be like, return something that died that was 2 or less or whatever, so that way it doesn't have that big swing on it. And they could get back just, a creature or two. That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, again, I want us to go to ICC. I just don't think we can go to ICC, and if we do go to ICC, I would really like to see what they're going to put in for ICC, because, again, almost everything that you want out of ICC was brought out with March of the Lich King. So, I think it's Dragon Soul that we're going to go to. That makes the most sense with a Colossal, with a Dredge, with an Infuse, with a Location, and with Mana Thirst, which are all the different things, and with Undead. There are Undeads in Dragon Soul 2. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun.